Hey guys, welcome to the Hacking Network, and today we're going to be looking at full conversion mods for WWF No Mercy. WWF No Mercy modding is a unique beast, having one of the most diverse modding communities you can find for any Nintendo 64 game. Though the community has always been rather small in comparison to other games, the hackers and texture modders of this game are some of the most devoted and passionate content creators you will find anywhere. Long before emulation brought No Mercy to PCs, hackers had been rooting through the memory and creating codes via GameShark in order to create new arenas, moves, and attires. With the advent of emulation and the Rice Video plugin, No Mercy modding was brought to new heights, as hackers and texture modders were quick to start utilizing these tools to create updated arenas, attires, and wrestlers that simply weren't possible before. The race was on to create a fully converted project completely replacing the in-game assets with a new roster, new arenas, and menus. The first project to reach completion was TNA vs. ROH. Created by Alanchiz and released in August 8th of 2006, it features prominent stars from both companies at the time in a crossover game that you could never find on any store shelf then or today. This was the first No Mercy full conversion mod that I ever played, that many others ever played, and it still holds a place dear in mine and others' hearts. The first time I managed to successfully get the mod to load up the correct way, I was completely floored by the prospect of a new game using the Ackie engine. This mod is the measuring stick for every project that would come after it. The roster is perfect for the time, including both TNA with the likes of Jeff Jarrett, Monty Brown, and AJ Styles, and ROH with such mainstays at the time like CM Punk, Jimmy Jacobs, and Bryan Danielson. There's even a Legends and Alumni section that has guys such as Eddie Guerrero, Kenta Kobashi, Vader, and Kevin Nash. All the attires look the way they should, and they represent the wrestlers more than adequately. They look great. You will have no problem whatsoever recognizing your wrestler in a match, though a few faces do seem a bit off, but absolutely none of them take away from the fun of this game. The wrestler textures, though not as polished and detailed as No Mercy mods would become, all fit in perfectly as an updated Ackie style. Just like any Ackie game before this, you'll be too busy playing and enjoying it to really be bothered by a couple weird looking faces. The movesets are great. You'll be feeling like your selected wrestler as you would for any other Ackie game. Though as usual, move hacks can only do so much. There really aren't any in-game animations that would make a perfect Canadian destroyer. So they made do with what they had. This will sometimes create some match-breaking situations though, as the 4-player conversion isn't always accurate. You are almost guaranteed to see a hacked move glitch when there's more than 2 players in your match. In the README, it's suggested to only turn on move hacks of the wrestlers you have selected, which can break up your playtime going through the cheat file and making sure the correct ones are selected. There is a 6-sided ring mod that you can add to this, which looks amazing. And then you'll play a match with it. It's pretty much only good for screenshots, but to be honest, I still think it's a really cool spectacle that anyone should check out. A few less than stellar move hacks won't keep you from enjoying this mod though. TNA vs. ROH still to this day is just as fun and enjoyable as any Ackie game before it. Not only is it the first of its kind, it's still one of the best of its kind. It may have some flaws, but they are completely outweighed by the play value. The menus all look natural, the championship mode is intact, something that not many other projects can boast. The attention to detail concerning wrestlers is something that can only be done by a fan. This mod is a perfect example of why No Mercy modding has been so resilient, because the only limit any creator has is their imagination. This is a game that could never be made, and you'll likely never see a retail game like this quite possibly ever. If you want to see two companies seamlessly collide with all the passion and dedication that can only come from a fan of wrestling, I strongly encourage everyone to start their No Mercy modding journey here. TNA versus ROH is one of the most important projects in No Mercy modding history, and it inspired countless people, myself included, to roll up their sleeves and dive into creating their own dream rosters and unlikely scenarios. This is one mod every wrestling fan owes themselves to play. There you have it, guys. TNA versus ROH, the first fully modded version of WWF No Mercy that we ever got. It's still one of the most beloved and played mods that we have. Coming next time, we're going to be reviewing ECW Barely Legal by the Juice. We're just going to go right down the line of all these projects, one by one, in the order that they came out. So join me next time. Until then, see you down the road.